Everyone will snap to attention, snap to, not ease into attention. They will snap to attention, just like in the military. You snap to attention. When you do that, your heels, ankles, and toes are all together. Your heels might not necessarily touch, depending if you have bony ankles like myself. But you want your feet together. You don't want one foot turned out or the other one. You want your feet both turned out. You don't want your feet spread apart. You don't want to be sloppy or lazy. When you snap to attention, it is ankle tips, big toe bunions, touching together. You can't get a piece of paper between them. Your hands are lined up in such a way, if I had a spear going through my hip, it would skewer my hands and my hips and come out my other hand. Everything is in a perfect straight line. You need to be aware of that. So if my elbows were hinged, when I come in like this, I would tap myself right on the hip bone. I don't want my arms too low. I don't want them too high. I don't want to be hunched over. I want my shoulders pulled back, my head up proud, my pelvic bone pushed forward, and I'm standing in a perfect posture in a position called chariot, or attention. Attention means I have your undivided attention as your instructor. You stand in that position as long as you are commanded to, while the instructor is talking, speaking, explaining. So when I say chariot as your instructor, you will stand there if you want to follow this program properly, and you'll hold the stance and you will listen to what I say. Watch me demonstrate it. Then follow me step by step through the move. So chariot means I got your attention. Okay, again, hands in a straight line from the hip, elbows bent. Notice how they're bent forward. They're not bent this way, but they're bent like this. I want two fists in between my hands. 1, 2, between my hips and my fist at my side. Okay? So I want two fists in between there. Again, straight, ears perked. All you hear is the sound of the instructor's voice. No other distractions or diversions. Attention means the instructor has your complete, absolute, undivided attention. Chariot. Eyes straight ahead. Do not follow the instructor as he walks around. Eyes don't move. Your eyes stay straight ahead of you. Okay, if I look like I'm looking at the side, I'm watching a TV monitor. Looking at the camera, I would be just like this, facing my instructor. If he walked behind me, I still stay like this. I do not move from this position. I don't care how tired I get, I don't relax. You hold this position and you develop it. It's an exercise in itself. It's a problem with most of our ADHD kids. We don't know how to get their chariot, how to get their attention, maintain and keep it long enough to teach them anything. So you realize this is the most important move I'm going to teach you right now. Chariot. I want your full, undivided attention. Moving on. After chariot is the command kyungne. Kyungne. K-Y-U-N-G-N-E-H. With a hyphen. Kyung hyphen ne. K-Y-U-N-G hyphen N-E-H. Kyungne. So chariot, kyungne. Kyungne means you bow to the instructor. It's a slight bow at the waist only. Nothing else moves. Your head moves up just a little bit as you keep your eyes on your opponent or the object of what you're bowing to, whether it be a flag, whether it be a competitor, whether it be your instructor or a training partner. Eyes look straight at him. Chariot, kyungne, short bow at the waist. Do not bend too far. Never take your eyes off your opponent. You never know. You get somebody having a bad day, plays a dirty game, you bow down like so many of these styles do, and all of a sudden, bam, you just got kicked in the chops. So always, with the intentions, and it's a respect thing. Bowing is completely a mutual respect for each other. You bow. In the Orient, they bow to each other one way or another. Japan, they all bow a little different. But bowing is like a handshake, or it's courteous. It's like, you know, how's it going? Well, you say it with your body. So we've learned right now, we've learned two moves. This is called classroom etiquette. You walk on any karate school training floor, say this carpet's the edge of the floor, I step on, say the Korean flag behind me is facing that way, or in which case if I'm walking in from the side, I will come onto the floor, face the flag, and bow to it. You always bow to the flags entering the floor, and anytime you exit the floor. Bow to the flags out of respect for the countries that they represent. Out of respect of the battles that they fought and won in order to maintain these flags. I will put my United States flag up as soon as my son finds it. He used it to decorate his room. I should let him do that, but in the future there will be both flags. We are practicing the art of Taekwondo. It is Korean. Tae meaning hand, Kwan meaning foot, Do means the art of, or the art of kicking and punching. It is 70% kicking, 30% hand technique in Taekwondo. Keep those factors in mind. We're mostly a kicking style. Almost so much speed and emphasis on the kicks, which makes us very powerful. The lack of hand techniques I will make up to you by incorporating the boxing skills that I've picked up over the years. So you have a lot to learn and pick up from me. I've learned from my boxing skills. I'm not a good just stand-up boxer against a good boxer. If I can use my feet, keep them off, back them away, when the time is right, step inside and then box. I can give a boxer a very hard time with my feet staying outside, throwing a few punches. Or a Taekwondo practitioner, I can give him a real hard time by checking his kicks when they come in, and then stepping in, and then going to work with the boxing skills. I give you my best. I'm 52 years old. I wish I was 40 years old or 35 teaching this program. But I've gained so much knowledge up here that my age is going to be a positive factor in this whole thing. I'm going to prove if I can still do this stuff at my age, that I've maintained it since 1973, since I got my black belt. You can do it too. So that's the end of today's lesson. Chariot, Kune, bow. You can bow to me and with me in your living room out of mutual respect. It's a good habit. Get into it. You'll be used to it. Again, I'm going to close each session and open each session with a Chariot, Kune. And when we bow, we say Pilsung. Pilsung meaning thank you or certain victory. P-I-L-S-U-N-G. Pilsung. So I say Chariot, Kine, Pilsung. Everyone says this in unison in the class. It's really cool and it all works. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for your time. Pilsung.